Second day, I want to spend a little more time cleaning up before we open. Extra ice cream I had to stash in every freezer. So there's probably some where it isn't supposed to be that we need to clean up. Nothing really there. And a golden ring near the sink. We probably should have found that yesterday. No real info there. Let's go take a look around the store first. $12 bottles of soy sauce. So we got orders to fill. We can do that before we open. We got those. If we need 12, it's nearly all of it. Oh, it's garlic flavored. Did I get the wrong one? Yes. Okay, so that's just what we need to put in there, and then from this we can tell it's going to break down at some point. We're going to need to get it fixed. First we'll check every store. We need more that soy sauce, but there isn't any back here, so that's probably just going to be low stock for the day. Missing something from the bread. Let's just start stocking, because probably nearly everything back here we can put out. At least it was like that yesterday. Start with all the drinks. I'm not sure if that's supposed to go there. Yeah, with just one extra. Take that away. Didn't we have a bunch of those? Ah, yeah, see, here's where the tea goes. Yeah, we have a ton of those. Alright, then we put the rest back. Okay, for bread. So what does the freezer look like? Is that full of ice cream? Yes. And we saw a bunch of those in the fridge too. Dental Deluxe. Why is that in the fridge? We'll come back to that. No way we can fit out all that tea. We can just put out the bread. We can consolidate that down to 2. Scoot these down. We really only fit 2, huh? Actually, yeah, that must be the blank spot for that one. Okay, a lot of that we can put back. Rice we didn't find a home for. Okay, so just the rice we have. Then we gotta do frozen stuff. That's probably the gap where those toothbrush kits go. Oh, okay. So that's where that soda and the matcha is supposed to go. Well, we can leave 1 or 2 on the regular shelf. And here's a spot for rice. Fill that out. Alright, on to frozen. Don't know why those are in there. Keep bugging me to open. Should also check for things that need to be fronted properly. Those all look pretty good. What about the ice cream? Move those. That frees up a spot for the ice cream. A lot of the ice cream can be restocked. Oh, wrong one. Check the journal. Okay, so that's all from yesterday. It's a note about calling the aunt, but I don't really want to unless I have to. All the ice cream is kind of low. If we can fill that out a little bit. You know, that's just how it is. At least we got them in the right spot. And the fridge. Just that sushi. And there is an empty spot in there. Looking for anything that needs to be fronted. We do have a lot of space in the drinks fridge. Okay, that works anyway. Can this do the same? Yeah. I think we're just about ready to open. impatient, aren't you? Oh, there's so much to do, and Toshinori just keeps flipping through his yokai books. By the way, the new employee will start tomorrow. I hope this guy makes our lives easier. Hina's been a bit more on edge than usual lately. I wonder if these constant letters from a honky-ponky owner have something to do with it. It was surprisingly quiet today, so I took the opportunity to clean the storage room. I always wanted to tuck that capsule toy machine further away. It was on the edge, and every time I entered storage, I was afraid it would fall. Well, not anymore. Toshinori mentioned something about old spirits that inhabit the hills. I don't have time for silly things. As for the new guy, he seems alright. Don't want to make any assumptions just yet. I have less and less time to write in this notepad these days. Too much work. Toshinori and the new guy aren't helping either. I mean, how can a single person put uruchimai rice on the wrong shelf each and every day? The constant standing, the repetitive tasks, it wears you down, but seeing the customers smile makes it worth it. No one is willing to take the night shifts, so Hina has to work twice as hard. I really worry about her. I spent most of the day reorganizing the shelves. Toshinori kept himself busy with his books again. I wish I had his ability to detach from everything. Oh, and that new guy? Turned out he was so bad Hina had to give him a badge with the name Charlie, so the customer would think he's a foreigner. Yeah, he was that bad. Note: order more of those Yongan cookies. They've been flying off the shelves. It's been a hectic week. I heard Hina is planning to go on vacation, and she's thinking about inviting her niece to help her during the night shifts. Hina and vacation? That sounds unusual, but yeah, I'm all for it. For now, I'll focus on keeping the store running smoothly. This store and my theater club, that's all I've got. I did think, since we know that it ends abruptly at some point after we've seen the main story events for the evening, should just double check that there's nothing else here to interact with. No more notes or anything. Are we supposed to call that? Oh, we get an idea of what they look like. Blank one, first aid. That could be important at some point. We gotta find a key at some point. Oh, we can look at this as well. Office stuff. Another key needed. Locked. That's just cosmetic. Checking everything for a hidden key. We do have some coins. They did say something about a capsule machine. And they got swapped. So we're supposed to clean on Thursday. Alright, we'll go ahead and open. You've been waiting long enough. Yes, now we have some coins. Oh, we're not allowed to do it yet. There's a newspaper here as well. Even if he is a little strange, he is buying a ton of stuff. I wonder if we really could have found the ring by the sink there yesterday. We'll come back for that because that was there the previous day as well. Alright, he's all set. Gotta push the sales. Guy looks more like he'd want a soda. Oh, can't push too hard. Though this is the early 90s, it seems a little early for us to have a barcode scanner for a small shop like this. Feels more like we'd be hand keying stuff. I did focus on the tapes there. Not that we can do anything with it. Okay, so we at least get more than one customer. Don't think there's much we need to restock or much we can restock. Things are moving pretty fast. We haven't looked outside much. Okay. We can't actually go outside. Now's actually probably a decent chance to take a look at that book. Friends, I'm writing this book not as a famous author or historian, but as someone who grew up in a quiet little village called Yokohama. It was once just an ordinary place, full of small worries and childhood joys. But over time, to my own surprise, Yokohama became a place of legend. Tourists and seekers of the strange whisper about it. Rumors of hidden stories and uncanny events have spread across the world. Don't believe me? Then come to Yokohama yourself. These pages are only a glimpse of what our land hides. The house where the umbrella hangs. The old house on the hill had stood empty for 100 years. Locals said a Tsukumogami lived there, an ancient umbrella that woke to life and now guards the house. They said it whispered in the wind, that its handle tapped the roof during storms, that when the sun slipped through the cracks, its silk glowed with an unnatural light. A young paranormal researcher named Keiichi decided to investigate. Armed with only a flashlight and a tape recorder, he slipped inside. The house was abandoned, yet strangely clean, as if someone cared for it. Keiichi moved from room to room, recording every creak, every whisper, every faint knock. In the main bedroom he found it, an old faded umbrella hanging on a hook by the window. He stepped closer, shining his light. It looked ordinary, worn only by time. Keiichi reached out to touch it, and a hoarse voice whispered, "Don't touch me." Keiichi staggered back. The voice hadn't come from the umbrella, it came from behind him. He turned slowly, heart pounding. In the corner, hunched on the floor, sat an old man. His skin was wrinkled, his eyes clouded, his clothes ragged. The old man gave a weak smile. "I am the Tsukumogami," he whispered. "The umbrella was my only home. But now that you are here, I will make my home in you." The flashlight burst with a sharp crack of light. For a moment, everything was white. When the glow faded, Keiichi saw himself walking out of the room, the flashlight steady in his hand, only it wasn't him anymore. Keiichi tried to move, but he couldn't. He was hanging from the hook by the window. His fabric trembled in silence. And there he would hang for a very long time, until someone new came to take his place. Oh, and just in time for someone new to show up. So he might call us out if things are out of place. If he finds everything. But a couple. I think those are the magazines we put out. At least one of them. We're just spying on him at this point. So there's something he can't find. But he's not willing to ask us yet. Just stand around, pretend we're not watching. And he finally gave in. Octopus and batteries. I don't think we've seen either of them either. Yeah, I'm not sure. Ask someone, who do we call? Said something about the number that was on the postcard? That in our journal? Yeah, it was the treasures one. 335111. Okay, I'm not sure why it said that. We'll just try calling, 210051. Alright, so this does not seem like it's related. I did like working nights. When I worked in a store, I was a night closer. Oh, there we go. Now I get the chance. Might as well do all of them then. I think that's enough. We can at least go tell them we found out what those are. What a weird policy. Okay, we can't tell him. Maybe we have to wait till he gets to checkout. He's got another one. Although sort of intentional. In that it was a free spot. Yeah, a kid's not gonna buy impulse things like that. Especially not matcha. That wasn't close enough. In all 25 coins? Jump straight up to the bills without me noticing. And so he can show off to his friends when he goes back to school, of course. I've done it a couple times. So now it does give us the chance to wait or end the day. We can actually collect them all. The first full day, I think we did pretty well there. No major mistakes like the tutorial day.